right, we're about to enter. We got our neighbor, the dog here, barking. So now we're going to enter the Salon, and really nice down to the aft berth, aft head. We've got our controls here for heating system, air conditioning, generator. Got another little 12-volt fan in the overhead. And if we go to start, we've got first of all our lighting controls here, switches. And then we open up. Battery switches have been moved inside this closet, which I like. They're just out of the way. Cleans up the interior a little bit. Nice storage down below as you come in. They've done a really nice job increasing the galley storage. Got the sink. I just took the sink cover off. You can see Targa's new glassware. I think you can see the etching there. Upgrade over the older cups, even though I still like those quite a bit. So this side galley has been enlarged, and it's really nice. I think it's going to impress quite a few people. You got your 2-burner induction cooktop with the lithium-ion batteries we're putting in now. That works really well, and we don't have to add the propane system, which is kind of a hassle and one more thing to think about. So, Helm chair, pretty standard for our boats. Off that drawer. See the subwoofer down below. So this Helm chair is suspended, and it does rotate 90 degrees, so can sit and interact a little bit with your passengers. We've got the standard Targa helm, tilt wheel. We've got tilt helm, tilt wheel. Let's set those back. And we use a single MFD on these boats. We just feel like it keeps it a little tighter and cleaner and doesn't infringe on the space up front. And bow thruster control. We use Seakeeper Ride trim tab system on this boat, which we've really been happy with. Very robust. We like this pretty tactile, easy to manually operate control pad if we want to override the automatic system. Sometimes we like that in heavier weather. We can trim the boat ourselves rather than we're not working at just keeping it level at that point. Grid remote for the MFD. In heavier weather, these button controls can be quite nice to use. Spotlight control. We've got on this boat the rain, or in this case water moisture sensing wiper system, just like all the modern cars, and this really works well. We were out in some heavy weather yesterday, definitely taking some spray and probably a 20-knot wind at least, and that system just, you can go without any spray or rain hitting the windows for a moment or two or a minute or two, and as soon as you take some spray, those windshield wipers automatically engage, and it has worked out really, really well. Volvo controls, joystick controls, and we've got a road counter here, all your 12-volt switches for navigation lights, etc. And then up ahead in the overhead, we've got our 2 Volvo Pentaglass cockpit screens, and these function as mini multifunction displays. You can run charts, sonar, engine, your gauge package, your engine data, fuel burn data, everything that you can do on this lower main MFD, you can do up here with the Volvo Pentaglass cockpit display. So really nice setup. You can have so much information between these 2 small screens and your main screen, and it should take care of everything you need when running the boat. Victron's energy management gives you all your information for charging, battery capacity, state of charge, etc. And then also freshwater and blackwater tank levels are built into this. So then fusion stereo. And then otherwise we're just looking at some storage. They're your traditional, we like them, but they're smaller cup holders. And some more storage. On this boat, Targa did add the built-in cup holders at the helm, which I like. A little bit of storage next to the helm chair, which is cool. And then we're over to the passenger seat, which has a convertible backrest for if you're sitting around having dinner. I was going to note also, we've got a wide array of USB and 110 charging here. Some nice shelf storage in the back. Little porthole that you could open. We had that open the other day, and it really was a nice, just extra ventilation port. And then here we have the nice clock setup, barometer, etc. So, really nice Salon. And this table has an electrically actuated stand, so we can drop that down, put the filler cushion in, and this is a nice, you could use this as a two-person sleeping area pretty comfortably. So it does add an extra berth if you've got a lot of people with you for let's call it a short-term cruise. And then you can see here these wider doors just open the salon up on a nice day. They've got the 3 overhead skylights as well. But these doors just really let in a lot of light and air, ventilation. I mean, I don't think I mind the older, narrower ones at all, but you do appreciate these when you have them. So, and these new windows Targa installed are just bigger, a little bit sleeker, tighter installation, being that they're glued in, tempered glass, but really just lets in more light to the boat. And then, of course, we've got our traditional Targa sunshades from the pilot house doors around the front. We use those sunshades, which are really great. You can see out, but you can't see back in, so it gives you it's a nice way to give yourself some privacy, but also not shut yourself in a kind of a curtained off hole in the evenings. And that is the interior of the Targa 37. Version 2, let's call it. But quite frankly, this boat is amazing. We've got our new glassware they just came out with. Got the nice new wine glasses, which are really pretty awesome. Of course, we love the Arabia coffee mugs, our favorite. Quite a few of those around my house. Plates, bowls, all the traditional Targa. And if we run back here, we've got your traditional Targa silverware. Looks like somebody's already opened a bottle of wine. Guess we shouldn't complain about that. Nice refrigeration to go along with those 2 back deck boxes and that's the interior of the Targa 37. Really nice, just facelift and upgrade. It's interesting because I don't see it as a, I don't like to use the word upgrade. I think it's a different boat to some degree. But it's a natural progression of the Targa lineup, I think, here with the 37. And really, after running it, it keeps the DNA of this 37, which is just an incredible all-weather boat. The interior of this boat was so quiet, and we were running comfortably through a really nice, 1 meter plus sea, and it just handles it with ease. So we're seeing that they really, with this boat, put together a really, really nice reinvention of the Targa 37.